Good morning everyone. Thought I'd give you a bit of an update on the goats and how everyone's going. We've got Mary here, who is, her udders are definitely starting to fill out a bit, but she's not bagging up yet, so she's not going to have that kid any day soon. But we'll keep an eye on her. She's definitely pregnant though. And we've got Marbella, who is also definitely pregnant. I'm guessing she's having twins. She may not be though, but she's probably having twins. So this is my goat shelter at the moment. I've got some IBC bases up on the top to try and direct extra water into the IBCs. I could pump water from the dam, but I'm having trouble turning the pump on. So these girls have got the extra shelter on there because Marbella's a bossy boots. And she just kicks everyone out of the road. Again, she's not really bagging up severely, so I'm not thinking she's going to be kidding any day, but she's definitely pregnant. Missy has gone and lost her collar. She's 9 months old now, so still not old enough to be put into kid yet. Another 3 months before I pop her with Davy, although Davy has had opportunity to have fun with Missy and make babies, but I'm hoping he didn't. And Laura is still in milk, so I have not intentionally put her into kid, but again, also she was getting off her chain quite a lot and was getting out of the fences a lot, so she may have helped herself. So at the moment I'm moving the girls around in the electric net, which seems to be working really, really well. I'm quite pleased. So I'm putting the hay down on the ground. I'm just feeding the hay onto the ground for them so that it's actually any hay that they don't eat stays there to feed the worms and feed the bacteria and the food soil web, because this soil is not really soil. I mean, look at that. That's more sand rather than soil. There's no organic matter in the soil at all. So my end plan is to add a lot of organic matter. Ideally, I should be moving these girls more regularly, but I'm limited by the number of IBC setups that I've got for their shelters. And we get high winds here, so I can't just have those shelters because they fly away. And the girls can drag them around anyway. So I did have them there, and I moved the fence so that they got the fresh patch there. And I'll move it around again over there. That's in a few more days. But I'll leave them here for a while. But the idea of this setup is it's going to store water and it creates shelter for them. And once I've fed the soil... No, Jonathan. Once I've fed the soil a bit too, I'll end up planting some trees in the corners here and put fencing around it so that the IBCs serve they'll actually have 3 functions, which in permaculture you want to make it so that everything has at least 2 functions. So these IBCs will be serving as, actually more than 3. They're serving as a windbreak for the girls. They're serving as water collection. They're serving as shelter and protection for the... Hello, Missy. She's starting to get friendlier. I really haven't spent enough time with her. And there'll be shelter for the trees. So protect the trees from the goats. Ideally, I'd love to have them up on an extra Besser brick each so that they're another Besser brick high, because then the goats can actually get underneath the IBCs as well. And that would be even better. And ideally, I'd really like a proper roof put on here so that it has gutters to actually drain directly into the IBCs. Mary is being a bit bossy with Missy. But you just need to learn the chain of command of the goats. And Missy needs to remember that she is at the bottom of the chain. So it basically goes Marbella, Mary, Laura, then Missy. Yeah, so that's the update on the goats. They're doing really, really well. They're loving those little domes. They love jumping on them. Although last time it rained, Mary was actually under one of those. And Laura and Missy were underneath the shelter and it was leaking in the middle, so I've got to put some silicone on the roof because there are holes in bad spots. So there's big puddles here, so I've put a heap of wood chips down to absorb the moisture as well, which also helped. So yes, the goats are getting their pellets each day, so they're getting some lucerne, some goat pellets, some minerals from Paradise Nutrients, and some biowormer. So yes, and Mary's come to say hello. Yes, the boys also like those domes, and Jonathan has now got his own little push bike, which he's loving, but that's not related to the goats. So yeah, anyway, that's the goat update for today. You have a great one. Bless you.